Hey, what's up, you guys? This is DHR2. Welcome to my episode of Let's Talk. This time we're going to be talking about the hatred towards the Beast Morpher season and why I sometimes think the fandom is just ridiculous in so many ways, and why I think people need to stop complaining about the Hasbro era and just enjoy it for what it is. I mean, yes, the newest Bond era gave us plenty of things to complain about because the era sucked. It sucked bad. I mean, there were terrible writers that did not care about the show. There was little to no plot in every segment and seasons whatsoever. And Down on Charge season one was the strongest season. It had its flaws, but it didn't stop it from being strong. Season two of Dino Supercharged sucked. It didn't make any sense. What's up, Fox? Yeah, I know, man. I mean, it's been a long time since I streamed though, but I'm glad that you're here. So I personally think that those who are complaining are still in hate with the newest Bond era, and I personally think that they need to just shut up and just leave it alone because it's over with. It's the new era of the Hasbro. They're doing a good job with Beast Morphers 3 episodes in, and it's already a good season. The first 2 episodes were great, were powerful in my opinion, because I felt like I was watching Power Rangers again when it came to the writing. I mean, the writing felt so strong and unique. The story was very well written and it made so much sense. And the reason why I said that is because Hasbro. Nah, man. Hasbro is spelled S. It's spelled Hasbro. It's Hasbro, not Hashbro. When I first heard of Hasbro, I said hash instead of H. I mean with the S. Hasbro. That's the next 3 letter word. So it's Hasbro, not hash bro, because it sounds like I'm saying hash browns. Yeah, I know, man. I know it's hard to say these pronunciations because that's one of the main reasons why I went back to school just to work on my reading. But as long as you know how to read and learn how to pronounce the words right, then you're good to go. So far, I think Beast Morphers is an incredible season, and I love what I saw. The story is good. The writing is wonderful. I love the Rangers themselves and the villains. Betty and Betty are okay, but they can sometimes get a bit annoying when it comes to the music. It would have been fun. It would have been fine if they didn't incorporate the Bulk and Skull thing. Just you know, maybe somewhere in season two they won't happily doing that dumb stuff because it seems like they are still using some of the leftover Neo Saban stuff and incorporate it into the Hasbro era, which is not good if done right. So I think Ben and Betty for this season are definitely used right. So hopefully they're not going to be using any more screen time than the Rangers, because the Rangers are going to be using more screen time because it's about the Rangers, not the comic relief. So, um, so you guys know this Saturday is not going to be any more episodes of Beast Morphers due to the Kids Choice Awards, but next Saturday it's going to be a Revy's focused episode, and it's going to be just like Dylan and his sister from RPM. You know, what's up, Brandon? I truly feel in my gut that it's gonna end up being just like RPM, because the way that Beast Morphers is written, it's like RPM mixed with all of the retro PR seasons and being incorporated into one show done right. like the first episode when Devin and Blaze were fighting in the karate gym. The gym, it kind of reminds me. It kind of reminded me of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They had the dumpster episode, and the way that they get the place set up, it reminds me of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I like that. The fight scenes were great. It kind of has the Jared and Casey from Jungle Fury, Devin and Scott from, I mean, Scott and his father from RPM. That's when Devin and Mayor Daniels remind me of. I feel like Beast Morpher season is, it has so many reference from different PR seasons, and that is how you do it right. Ninja Steel cannot do any of that. They only focused on Mighty Morphin so much, and it got to a point where I tuned out of it because Ninja Steel was a terrible season, and it still is. It sucked. It's garbage, and I hate it. I mean, I don't hate it, but I despise it. So, as for Beast Morphers, we're only 3 episodes in, and I feel like people are basically hating on this season for no reason because you don't like the costumes. That's fine, but you don't need to make a big deal out of it. So, I definitely think that the type of fandoms are basically just the worst. Nothing about this show will ever please the audience. I mean, I don't think this show is going to be about kids. I mean, be for the kids. Yes, some of the elements is aimed towards the kids, but in terms of action and adult plot, then yes, it's for adults. It's for all ages. But in my honest opinion, I feel like that's not going to be good enough for you guys either because you guys just don't know when to be satisfied. I'm definitely grateful for Hasbro for what they're actually doing with our season because the writing is good. So, and I know there's some of you guys that actually do not like episode 3 because of the word bike chasing. I actually like the bike chasing because Donald, Mighty Morphin season 2 did that by chasing a baby. Donald Charles did that with chasing a baby down the street or whatever. And Beast Morphers, it makes sense. Zoe is trying to use the Morph X bikes because you gotta have something that's more powerful because the Morph X is top energy. If you use that with the bikes, they can become more powerful and strong. That's basically to my knowledge. I like how they're basically just used shoot. They were basically chasing Blaze from the skate park down the street and into the garage area. And what I love about this is that there were no Japanese footage. And I was very pleased by that. I definitely like it. I love the fights between the Rangers and the villains. And I love the fight with Revy and the monster in the Megazord battle. Uh, Devin and Zoe are fighting Roxy. And Roxy, yeah, man, I know what you're talking about. So Roxy and Zoe didn't really fight. They just had a few exchange of words. Roxy blasting the bike with the morph axe, causing the reaction to explode. Then Zoe tossing it back to Roxy, causing an explosion behind her. Zoe ends up being hit too. I don't know why, but it was a nice little moment for Zoe and a good focus episode, minus a filler. When you write a filler episodes, make sure it makes sense. So, and what made this episode good to me, in my opinion, is how well Zoe's character was written. And I was watching that hashtag show's review of episode 3, and the black dude pointed out something that was really that didn't make sense. How Zoe was talking to Maya Daniels, it's the way she was talking in the high pitched voice. Then when she was in other scenes and finding Roxy, her tone changed. I could understand what he was talking about because that makes sense. But it's not the actor's fault. It's the direction that we're given and the writers. So Becca Barnes, they need to be fired because I cannot stand those guys. They ruined Samurai Megaforce and Ninja Steel and Down on Supercharge with the B plots. So I think Beast Morphers is looking good so far. And that's why I've been joining a lot of Beast Morphers Rangers as of lately. And once I get finished with those, I'm going to be doing Blaze and Roxy. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to be doing it differently. Not like the Rangers, but the villains differently. So, and I might draw Evox later on. So, but like I said, the season is looking great. I absolutely loved it. I enjoyed. I mean, I'm enjoying this season, man. It's like ever since Hasbro brought the rights to Power Rangers, I feel like the show has been picking up its pace, cleaning up the Neo Saban era mess. Although there are some leftovers that were put in episode 3, but that doesn't matter. As long as it was done right, then it's okay in my book. I gave it a 4 out of a 4 out of 5 last week. Just like in episode 2, we gonna be we're gonna be doing when some time comes. I am not sure. I'll probably have to find me a job. Because one thing I'm not. Because for one thing, I'm not gonna be working in a comic shop. So working in a comic. Well, I'm not working in a government job. Working in the office job and not like that. I don't want to be doing anything that's boring enough, man. Because I need something that can put my mood, in good position. I could just find something that's easy for me, trying to make a living for myself. I could just I could just work in a comic book shop as an artist. You know, I could just draw for people. I'll charge them what, $20 if they ask for a commission. Then I will do it. If you give me time to get everything done, then yeah, I think you'll be good to go. So I might end up working in a comic book shop this summer. I'm not sure what job I'm going to be interested in. You know, I might have to work in an office, which is going to be a boring. Not really, man. I mean, I'm not into politics, man. I don't do politics on my channel, period, because that's the number one killer in geek culture is politics. It's been ruined by everything now that you think about it. So, man, like I said, guys, this is the Hasbro era. It's it's the new era. Beast Morphers is looking good. I love the show. I love everything about Beast Morphers. And the one thing I love about this show is again the writing. Just like Down on Charge episode 1, I feel like Beast Morphers. No. I feel like Beast Morphers is going to be great, just like Down on Charge, among other top 10 or top 5 Power Ranger seasons when it comes to the writing. Mighty Morphin doesn't count. Just because it's the first season, it's the first franchise, does not mean it has to be number one at everything. Because I remember when I was watching YouTube in the past that every single countdown they always had to put Mighty Morphin at number one, just because it's the show's first. there are other Power Ranger seasons that are better right after Mighty Morphin. You know what I'm saying? Just like how Gold Ranger from Japan from 1975 was the first Sentai series in Japan. But guess what? The franchise has gotten better right after Gold Ranger. Because Gold Ranger was like the longest running series in Sentai history, along with Jaka. And you didn't see them milking that franchise like they do with Mighty Morphin back in the 90s. So I think I might make some more art videos if you guys want me to. Just let me know what you want me to draw and I'll do it for you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a time lapse video, then I'm gonna make a edited version like I did in the past, and we're gonna see how my art videos turn out. Cause I really do love art. So we're gonna see how it goes. So yeah. That'll be it for my episode of Let's Talk. This was a very interesting topic because I sometimes feel like the Power Rangers fandom, they are basically complaining too much when it comes to Beast Morphers and its designs. You guys have to realize that it's from the Super Sentai. Maybe if you would have done your research on